All right, so welcome to the final video in my series on chapter 8 of Python for DevOps. So I've been struggling with my GNS3 lab here. Usually it's not this difficult to get things to work, but lately, so the big issue I've been having is the images that like come with my server are like really out of date. So like I was only able to get Python 3.5, and you need Python 3.6 for like string formatting and some of the more like modern commonly used features in it. So 3.5 is just not going to cut it for me if I'm following along with this book. I think they're up to 3.9 by now. So that's quite a few behind. So if we do this ls release, what is it? What's the command to oh, LSB. I don't know why that didn't show up there. LSB is not found. That's the kernel version. I need to find the OS name in Linux. And so what if I do cat tc os? Oh, there we go. Perfect. This is what I was looking for. So 16.4. That's quite a bit older. We're gonna need something newer than that. So, and I was kind of getting frustrated last video because like I don't remember this being this difficult. Like usually this is pretty easy, but all of a sudden for some reason I'm having a heck of a time just standing up a Linux server. Like I've never had this much difficulty with this. I don't know if I'm just losing my mind or like what's going on here. But like usually all I need to do is like click on like Ubuntu server here, click install, then click next, and next again, and then I get taken to here, and now usually I can just I mean sometimes if I get really lucky I can just click this download file, and it'll take me right to a location where I can download it. Oh, and it looks like it's actually doing that now. Perfect. Okay. So yeah. So I can actually, yeah, because I mean it's an open source image, so this should be fine. So yep, I've got the 75. I got the image here. Okay, so this is actually going to work now, and 14.8 is definitely good enough. Now a lot of these files are really big, so I'm going to clean up this one before I move on. I'm going to do a delete on that. I'm going to delete these files as well because they're big files. Delete this file as well. There you go. And then this file we're going to save. Oh, but it got renamed. So I'm going to do a cancel, download anyway. There you go. Okay, so now it's got the right naming. It should have the right checksum. I guess I just didn't look carefully enough at this page when it brought me to it. I thought there was some issue where like the page wasn't valid. But the page looks okay. So that's kind of okay. So I just didn't read that page carefully enough and wasted a number of hours. But yeah, so unfortunately, let me see here. So this is going to take, how long is this going to take? Um, it's gonna take a long time. It doesn't even have like a time estimate for me anymore. The good news is I'm pulling 2 megs per second. That's really, really fast. So, okay, 2 megs per second. It should take about 2 minutes then. Because I've got 120 megs to go. So yeah, that's really fast. It looks like the number of megabytes is incrementing though, which I'm surprised by because I thought that this number here was the number of megabytes left to be downloaded, but that's obviously not what that is because this number would be decrementing if that were the case. So it almost looks like it's the number of total megabytes that have been downloaded so far, which is kind of a useless number. I want to know how long this is going to take. I need a unit of time, not a unit of bytes. And usually I get that. I don't know what's going on. Okay, well. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, well, I guess I'll just wait it out. Maybe I can think of something to do. Let me think of something I can do with this downtime because I want to give this one more shot. This is going to be my last attempt though. If I can't get Python 3.6, well, you know what? That would just mean that this lab just sucks for everything in the future indefinitely, which is not okay. Let's take a look at this network automation box and see what version of Linux that is. Okay, so this is the one that automatically tries to install NetMiko on it. Let's see what version this is. I'm guessing it's the same version. We'll see. Oh, okay. So I've actually got a Ubuntu 18.4 image already, so I can just use this other jump host and not worry about it. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, perfect. So now I can follow along because I can just use this other jump host. Perfect. Kind of wish I had checked that earlier. Okay, so now that we've got version 18.4 of Linux on here, we should be able to pull a newer version of Python. So you should be able to follow along with the book now. I'll still keep this running because just having a plain distribution without it automatically pulling NetMiko, anything like that, I think will be handy in the future. I'm not going to need my snapshot anymore because that was a snapshot for version 16. So I'm going to delete that snapshot now that I'm going to be using version 18 of Linux. I guess I might have been able to see if I could have just done an upgrade from the CLI. Oh, I literally could have just done. Okay, they don't know. They don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I think I literally could have just done sudo apt-get dist upgrade. Whatever, let's keep going. So I gotta pull up the book. There we go. All right, the book is not uploading. It's not loading. It's probably because this file download is hogging a lot of my bandwidth, so I'm not able to connect to something like Amazon Kindle very quickly. It seems to be a pretty high bandwidth intensive program. I mean, it's books, so I guess that makes sense. Books are big, aren't they? Okay, so this is the cloud computing chapter 9. We're still going to go through all the examples in chapter 8 before moving on to chapter 9. So that begins right here with the examples section. And I can remove my highlight now. This was just basically serving as a bookmark. Okay, so first step is going to be installing Nginx. And we don't have a vanilla Ubuntu server, but we'll see if it works anyway. Hopefully it'll work. We do have a Ubuntu server now that is not so far out of date. It's still out of date, but it's not. Hopefully things will go better now. Oh, but of course I still need to do apt get update. Alright, so now I can reboot this. Hopefully I get things working. Stop. And start. Okay, it's probably going to pull NetMiko now, but that's okay. It's just a little bit of time lost. Not a big deal. This is such a nightmare. Yeah, this was actually making me like pretty upset because like I thought this would be like a lot easier than it is. Okay, perfect. Now I've got a IP though. It's going to install NetMiko. That's okay. Not a big deal. All right. Okay, unable to locate it. That's because I've got to update my state information. Okay. I'm not going to take a snapshot. I'm tempted to shut everything down and take a snapshot now so I don't have to deal with this later. But shutting things down takes a little bit of time. Kind of don't want to just sit waiting for things to shut down. You can see my download is pretty slow now, 300 kilobytes per second. It's because this one is still going. I might want, you know what, I'm just going to cancel this because the other one is, well, actually no, I'm not. I'm going to keep it going. We'll just keep it going. I'm indecisive. I want this progress to go faster, So I do want to cancel it, but I do want a more vanilla server available. I mean, this one's totally fine. It's pretty darn vanilla, but let's do a. Okay, so now let's do a. Let's go ahead and do a snapshot though. So we're gonna do a stop all devices. Okay, then we're gonna click manage snapshots, create. Let's say blank. I would say engine next install. Okay, so now we've got a snapshot. We can always restore just to the snapshot instead of having to go through the effort of setting up, updating apt-get, installing nginx, which we saw took a bit of time, making sure that the interface has an IP and can reach the public internet. So this should, in the case of losing all that config, make restoration of it a lot faster. Oh, it got to 100%, but then it started over at 0%. Usually when something gets to 100%, that means that it is complete. But in this case, it looks like when it gets to 100%, it is in fact not complete. It still has another thing to do, which is still at 0%. But it looks like it's getting through it. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm actually really confused by this. Because if it gets to 100%, like I would think that it was ready to go. But I would be wrong. I would be very, very, very wrong about that, as we can see. Come on. Oh my god, I'm getting so angry. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, and my snapshot's good too. Sweet, okay. All right, let's add a new device. Yes, ready to install. Perfect. Okay, now it's got to upload it to the GNS server, and I can't do anything in GNS until it's done with that. I wish I had my... If I just had the console window open, I could probably mess around with stuff. No, I can't. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Oh my god, this is really frustrating. Well, you see, and now I'm in a tough situation again too, because it's like I want to have this, but you know, this is time. Like this is going to be probably 15 minutes, and I don't have 15 minutes right now to just wait for a file download. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is pause the video, go do something else besides making a Grams networking lesson video for the next 15 minutes, because if I were to just stay here and do that, the contents of the video would be literally me just like waiting for this to finish download. So I'm going to pause this creating this, go do something else for a few minutes, and then come back once this is downloaded, and then work through those exercises. That should be fun. Okay, so I will be back very soon. All right, I'm back, and I've got a more vanilla server here now. But we're going to keep with this one. It's the same version, 18.4.3 LTS, long-term support. So should be good going forward. from now on. I'm sorry that was such a pain in the ass. It took way longer than I ever thought it would take, but I did complete my goal here. Okay, so now I've got to wait for the council to come up, and then okay, there we go. I've got an IP. Yeah, it's set up to automatically do that. Okay, so let's see if Nginx. Okay, Nginx is good. So next up, we're going to make a file. It's going to be test.webserver.py. And I believe they want a, so they want this validate virtual environment as well. So let's make a mkdir, and we're going to say example, cd example. Now let's see if we got, we got Python on here automatically. Do we got Python 3? We do, and we have Python 3.8. Perfect. So Python 3-mvenv is the module we're going to use, and we're going to create a virtual environment called validate. Oops, so what the hell? Why did that not work? Pip is not working. Okay. What the hell? Oh. Okay, perfect. Now we're updating pip. And it still doesn't work. Oh, right, because I still need to do a... There we go. Nothing ever works. Why does nothing work ever? I've never seen a single thing on here work. I'm getting really frustrated. Okay, I'm gonna try the other server here. They recommended using a vanilla server anyway. Okay, now it's saying that it's not working. I just had this work. Why is it saying that it's missing? Oh my god. It said it was successful and now it's not successful? What the heck? How can it be successful and not successful at the same time? It can only be not successful if it is both successful and unsuccessful. But it says it's ready to install. What the heck? Alright, let me try rebooting this. I'm so confused. I'm just completely lost right now. I don't even have access to my lab. Oh, okay, there we go. Error while creating node from template. The image is missing. Oh, okay, now it works. Perfect. Okay, and now we've got VNC because we're gonna have a graphical user interface on this. Okay, so this will be a more typical vanilla version of Ubuntu server. This is exactly what we want here. So we're gonna delete that old one. No use to us anymore. Oops, I don't know what happened. So let's. It looks like I accidentally closed GNS, so let's open it up again. Oh my god. This is awful. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now we can wire it up. Okay, and let's make some changes to the template so that it has, let's give it 4 ports. Or just 2. Let's just give it 2 ports. 1 port is definitely not enough. Actually, let's give it 3 ports. 1 for the internet connection, and then 2 for connecting into like a network or something. Okay. Sounds good to me. Yeah, BNC is a good enough telnet, or a good enough way to access this, and that would be out of band management. Okay, here we go. So we've got Ubuntu. Yep, let's boot up to that. And I can get rid of my snapshots. Okay, so finally in much better shape now. Oh my god, it's taking so long. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, it's ready now. Oh my god. Jesus. This has been such a nightmare. I can't sign in. Okay, it's just being slow. It's super slow. Look at how slow it is. Okay, but now we're in business. Yep, we're in business now. So perfect. Okay, so let's get Nginx on this. First, let's see if we can ping the outside world. I don't think we can. Oh, we can. Wow. Okay. Please don't. Oh, okay, that's cool. And they'll put me up to version 20 if I just upgrade. So I'm gonna upgrade because I want to go up to version 20. That's what I tried to get before and it wasn't working. So I clicked yes. I don't see it actually doing it. Do I need to do more than just click yes? Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, it's super slow and buggy and crappy. But yeah, let's do it. Let's install. Let's go up to version 20. Alright, this is really good news here. Okay, so here's the information of what it is currently. Much better, it's version 18.4, but we're going to go up to version 20 shortly. Okay, but in the meantime, I hopefully can still do stuff. Oh, permissions. Okay, I didn't have admin permissions and I needed it. I have it now. And, oh, yeah, let's do a sudo apt-get update. Okay, this is much better. I'm feeling a lot better. I was getting like really angry. Okay. I don't understand what the difference is between apt-get and just apt. Because I know there's like apt-get install, and then here it's just saying to use apt install without the -gt. So I don't know what the difference is between those two. But it looks like we're having luck finally. The progress bar is going up. Okay, if I just do regular old Python, oh, we don't have it, so let's install it. Oh, we got 3.6. That's not so bad. Yeah, that'll be fine. That has that special formatting. 3.6 is totally fine. I wish I could get 3.8 or 3.9 though. I'm not sure why I can only get 3.6. I think I can only get 3.6 because of my Linux version. Doesn't support later ones. But I have no idea. Oh! Not activate, it's going to be validate. Oh yeah, I did that completely wrong. There you go. Boom. Oh my god, that was really, really, really difficult. Okay, but the next, oh, and my whole computer just went black. Okay, but the video is still recording, everything is fine. It went black again, it went black a third time, but the video did not stop recording, so we're good to keep going. We're going to make a file called testwebserver.py. I think it's because like my laptop, like I have a like I bought my laptop on a budget. I didn't want to spend a lot on a laptop, and it's not the best laptop. Okay, so I finally got it to work. I can't do exactly what's in the book um, because I need to use the commands that are available to me. So it looks like pytest-3 is the command to use. If I do a sudo apt install pytest, I think it's going to give me um, Python 2 code. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on now. But so in order for this to work, I've got to be able to SSH into a actual web server. But I should be doing that to myself, right? I'm so confused. Let me go back. Let me do a history. There we go. And then command 30. Looks like a strange file got entered in there. I'm going to try to enter the right file. There we go. Okay, so that looks like the... Oops, we got a file not found error there. Okay, so I will copy this file, do copy, okay, and then we'll do pytest -3 -q hosts equal ssh 4, and then we can paste in this. Okay, so it did not work. Yeah, so we got some unrecognized arguments here. I don't know why that was unrecognized, but it was. Let's give it 127 dot. We're just gonna check ourselves to see if we have that installed. We know we do, so we know what the answer is going to be. Okay, so it just straight up doesn't work. Because of course it doesn't. Why would it? It sounds really easy. Honestly, I think anyone could do it if it weren't this insanely difficult, and that might not necessarily be a good thing. So the fact that it's just so crazy wonky is perhaps not the worst thing. But I'm ready to give it up. I don't understand it clear enough. I thought I was getting it to work earlier. Let me go through the buffer some. So it should have run some tests. Didn't run any tests. Like here, I thought it was working here. No, because its file's not found there as well. Back when I had like a weird file. Okay, so yeah, it just doesn't work. It never works and it never will work. So I think I'm gonna put an end to chapter 8, miserable chapter. A little bit better than chapter 7, but chapter 7 just straight up had like typos all over it. Yeah, and you know what? This looks interesting. This PyTest. It looks like it could be really useful. But I give up. I'm going to be moving on to chapter 9 next, which is on cloud computing. I think that's going to be a lot more interesting and productive than this one unfortunately has been. So big thumbs down for chapter 7 and chapter 8. So hopefully chapter 9 is better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in chapter 9.